Hello the internet! It is Friday the 9th of August 2019. I am down here at the beautiful Crookhaven Heads. I'm specifically standing underneath the headland area. If you can see out onto the ocean, it is really windy. Now that's a westerly wind. That way is east, and that means directly behind you is west. And the wind is just billowing over the top here, giving a little protected space right here. But you can see the white on the ocean, right? Look at this. And the reason I've come down here, well, it's a two-pronged affair. First of all, I want to open a homebrew. This is a brand new batch of homebrew. It is ice cold, and I am looking forward to tasting the first of a new batch with you, the givers. Let's do that. Oh, dude. That looks good, right? That does look good. Of course, the real test is in the tasting, is it not? Cheers. Strangely, it's got a fruity kind of flavor. I'm enjoying it though, it's a homie. Haven't had a home brew for quite some time. So, the second reason I'm down here having a home brew in celebratory mode, it's still winter right now in Australia for the month of August. At the end of August, we hop into spring. That means my wave a day has concluded for winter. And what I thought might be a good thing to do is to run through the waves of winter. And the reason I came down here is because I want to do commentary over it, and I didn't want to sit inside and do commentary, so come down somewhere beautiful, Crookhaven Heads, make the commentary over the top of these waves. So let's roll into it. So the 2019 winter season of A Wave a Day opened with large swell, but my ability sucked hard. Next day, it was still large and closing out. And by day 3, clouds had rolled in and I managed to somehow hang on to a left. Now that same left was still working the next day, and I really enjoyed trying to stay up as high as possible on the wave to generate more speed. Day 5 was messy, washing machine style, but I did manage to find somewhat of a decent ride. And the winter swell picked up again in size by day 6, so much so that I couldn't even make it out the back on my first attempt. When I finally did get out, I snuck onto a sneaky A-frame that gave me a fun right-hander. And the following day, the local dolphins gave me a nice warm welcome, and I did take off on a decent-sized left and then a fast right-hander.
Reap what you deserve. You might feel a little pain. Don't worry, you didn't die in vain. I don't mind.
camera failed me on day 8, but I did get 2 lovely right-handers which stoked me no end, but no beach camera footage unfortunately. Now I was greeted by perfect right-hand barrels the next day, and I tried in vain to stick my big ugly head into one. Days in, and apparently I forgot how to surf entirely, and I took a bunch of almighty tumbles. But thankfully that only lasted 1 day, and by the next I'd regained my confidence and took a decent ride on a small right-hander. Days 12 and 13 presented me with no swell. Remarkably though, I managed to get a left and a right thanks to the 44-litre volume of the 7S Superfish 4 from Global Surf Industries. Link in the description. Now need I mention, the slogan for this board is "Catch More Waves." Another day of zero swell, so I took a swim instead. And once again, the 7S Superfish version 4 proved its worth in gold. Things picked up again by day 15, and I really enjoyed trimming on this right-hander. And after a rocky start for day 16, I took a really fun, fast right. Feeling more confident, I was a little disappointed when the swell dropped off again the following day.
It's a brave new world, and you.
On day 18, the water was so clear. I'm not sure what changed, but it was awesome out there. Still fighting the small swells, the next day I was pretty stoked to take this left all the way to the beach. The following day, the swell somehow managed to get even smaller. Again, the 7S Superfish version 4 from Global Surf Industries proved itself. How's this left on nothing? Thankfully, things picked up on day 21, and the left from yesterday was still working, so I hit it up for this nice ride. Clouds rolled in again on day 22, but I picked up on a sneaky fun wave. Yes! Finally, some better sized swell came my way the next day. I really enjoyed the speed on this one. I liked it so much, I pretty much took the exact same wave the next day. On day 25, I tried to stay higher on the wave for any chance of getting that elusive barrel. And I think this wave was too small for me. I'm 6'2", probably a little too small. Day 26 presented me with nothing but closeouts, unfortunately. Closeout City, population gives a minute. But that's cool, because the next day I took 2 great right-handers, which totally pumped me up. Watching this playback, I think I could have done better on day 28 to position myself better to possibly get inside this barrel. I need to work on that. 29 days in and I finally worked out that I should be pulling out of waves when the ride is over instead of simply falling into the whitewater. Somehow on day 30, I forgot how to surf yet again. But that's okay, I made up for it on the final day of the season with 2 solid right-handers. Now I'm going to need a refresher here on the homebrew, but that was my month of surfing. The winter a waiver day 2019. I am so stoked to have had you there to follow along. I want to sit back down here and I want to just say massive thank you to my sponsors. You know them by now. Global Surf Industries provide me with boards. Please check the link in the description of this video and all the waiver day videos if you want to pick up your own 7S Superfish version 4. You've seen what this thing does with me, right? You know my ability. I'm not that good, but you've seen now. 31 days of surfing there, you could be catching these waves with me on that board. My other sponsor, Artisan Wetsuits. Now, I could not have been out there all winter without a wetsuit. Artisan Wetsuits from the northern beaches of Sydney, a little ways yonder up north. You've seen my wetsuit. I'm out there surfing all winter. Like, winter. Look at me, I'm in 2 jackets here and a Canadian toque, and I'm out there surfing. That's thanks to the Artisan Wetsuit. Now, if you want 5% off an Artisan Wetsuit, link in the description of this video. Gives a minute sent you, right? Bell's Surf Wax. This is beautiful wax from Bell's Beach, famous break in Australia. Not that I've ever surfed it, I know it, of course, you know it. Bell's Surf Wax, they give me wax. You should get onto that. Get the link in the description of this video. The wax not only looks good, works good, but it smells absolutely fantastic. Smells like all your Christmases come at once. Go and have a look at Bell's Surf Wax. Now, while we are here, I do want to say thank you to GoPro. I'm not sponsored by GoPro, I'm not endorsed by GoPro, but they did give me... Man, there's sand flinging around here. Do you see that sand flying around? They did give me a discount on the Hero 7s, and they sent me some of their backdoor floaties and super suits free of charge. So just props to GoPro for that. GoPro, I would love to be sponsored by you. if that could ever happen. But I do appreciate the little help that you've given me on this waiver day. Have a look at the wind. If I go over here, can you hear the wind? You feel it, right? It's blowing a gale. Such a strong westerly wind happening right now. There's a guy with a windsurfer. He said, man, this is the primo time to go windsurfing. And you've told me about your surfing for waiver day. Why don't you come out windsurfing with me? I'm like, well, you know what, man? Wouldn't mind trying windsurfing. I know Tim Arskog's been talking about windsurfing. So let's go windsurfing with this gentleman. Oh, that's we're out of time! I know. I keep running out of time on my own channel. You think I'd get that checked out by now, right? Hey, look, if you like what you've seen here on the channel and you want to contribute financially, there's plenty of ways to do that in the description field of this video. And if you haven't done this already and you want to make sure you don't miss any of my future uploads, hit the subscribe button here. You can also check out my previous vlog here or a random vlog there, and you can become a patron of mine here. What's that? No, I'm busy with my end slate. I'll be with you in a few seconds. A few more seconds is all I require. All right, I'm coming now.